Hello, welcome to my channel. If you're joining me for the first time, I'm so glad to have you. I hope you will subscribe and continue to hang out with me. So today, I wanted to talk about this deck. I did something that I never do. I was looking on Etsy and I saw a deck that caught my attention. And I was looking at it and I went to look at the shop. There wasn't any reviews on this deck, which normally I would probably not order it, but I went to read the description and I'm going to read it to you. And then I looked at some of the photos that they had of the deck, and I ended up messaging the creator, and very, very sweet. The energy and the aura is so gentle and so sweet. Anyway, I ended up getting the deck, and like right after I ordered it, like it was shipped immediately. And we'll get into that in a little bit as we look at it, but I do want to read to you what she talks about in the deck. This is Starling. She says that she's been working on this deck, which is called the Changeling World Tarot, and it comes in this bag. It does come in that really tight wrap. You know what I'm talking about. Tight wrapped in this velvet bag here. She started working on this tarot deck in 2020 when she took a year off of school for the pandemic, and she didn't expect to do this deck, but she worked on this deck for 6 years. Anybody that puts that much dedication in a deck, I'm interested. She says the changeling world is inspired by the feeling of finding yourself in a world that suddenly feels different. This world often feels like it has become something strange and frightening. And it certainly does. That drew me to this deck as well. What does another world, one where everything is a bit more strange and magical, look like? And I just love this. I can't wait to show it to you. I do want to finish reading though. She says the name Changeling World comes from folklore, where the Fae were said to switch human children for Fae creatures. And she said she'd always loved the concept of this Fae folklore. Unfortunately, changeling was also a term often used in reference to children who were neurodivergent or disabled, suggesting that they were out of step with the world. I have a special needs daughter, so this hit me kind of hard. She says, unfortunately, changeling was also a term often used in reference to children who were neurodivergent or disabled, suggesting they were out of step with the world. This is a usage of the term that I want to subvert and reclaim through this deck. I hope it will resonate with you when this world feels out of step with who you are. A lot of my art has served as a way for me to process the world. Overwhelm is a theme in much of my work. This has led to my busy and organic art style, often including twisting foliage and visual complexity. This style, woven with my idea of what a magical world or Fae realm might look like, created this visual language of this deck. I've worked on it for over 6 years as of writing this, and much has changed and evolved during that time. I'm so excited to release it. That is so pretty. It is standard tarot size, and I believe it is I don't know whether it was a 300 GSM or it was anywhere between 300 and 350. I don't remember, but the card stock is great. This is the backs, which I think is lovely. Now, they weren't edged. I did this. That's kind of how I welcome in my decks. Let's look at the card stock. It's definitely, it reminds me of US Games card stock. It doesn't have a glare to it, which I like. This is, her name is Starling Wolfrum, or their name is, I'm not sure. It's starlingwolfrum.com. Star Shrew Art on Etsy. Anyway, you see it if I'm not even pronouncing it right. So this is the Fool, and you do feel like with the Fool that you're entering into this new changeling world where everything is strange and unique and fun and different into the magical realm. And I love that I just love this card. And so for the Magician, we have the Luna Moth, which has all the elements on the wings. I love the High Priestess here in a meditative state, sitting up in a tree, which I think is pretty cool. And then we have the moon up here. Her eyes are closed. Just, it does look like a magical place to be. We have the Empress, just beautiful. And the Emperor, our white stag. Let's look at them beside each other. Gorgeous. Our Hierophant is the owl. I love the way it's got its head tilted and holding the keys. The Lovers. And you can see this shadow here. And you could read this any way that you want to. When I first saw it, I intuitively read it as embracing your shadow side and loving who you are. Or making that choice to love the shadow side, the dark side, the sides that we hide. Love this Chariot. We have a skeleton driver, and these skeleton animals are going in 2 different directions. So in that, they would have to definitely, you would definitely have to get them going in the right direction to get where you're going with this Chariot. And here, the Strength card is a tree growing upside down, which I thought was really cool. It's trying to survive and have the courage to be the best it can be underground. And I love the little details of the little mushrooms. Love this for the Strength card. And for the Hermit, and I like this for the Hermit as well. When I first saw this, I'm like, you don't have to go out on some journey in the woods. You can find the meaning of life in your little nest, in your little sanctuary, in your home. You can still have the dark night of the journey of the soul there. You can do your self-reflection at home. And I love this for the Wheel of Fortune, because we don't know which way the snakes are going. They could go either way. You're either up or down, or either going up or coming down on this wheel of life. And for the Justice card here, she is manipulating the magic in her hand. Let's see. Justice in this deck sits calmly, balancing magic in her hands. The tattoos across her body represent the sharp edge of a just decision. So you get an entire whole page, but I just read a couple sentences. Love this for the Hanged Man. Yeah, the Hanged Man is represented by a human in a chrysalis. The protection and perspective shift allows the person in the image to transform and come through to the end of the situation with fresh eyes. And again, there's an entire page. I just read a couple sentences at the bottom. And here we have Death. We have the dead bird, but we have the life of the little mushrooms growing all around it. And Temperance. The classic depiction of temperance blends earth and water elements. To me, this balancing act feels very difficult, more pressuring and sharp. Instead, the figure in this card is holding fire in her hands as she surrenders to the flow of the water. Now that is Harmony. The Devil appears in a very classic depiction, with the caveat that the humans depicted are not chained. Though the devil influences them, the choices that they have made are their own. So they don't want to leave. Like, it's not got to that point yet to where they, like, they're okay being there. The Tower, I love that this is, when I first saw it, I thought it was a tree, but it's an earthquake. It's the earth splitting open, which I really love that. Literally shaking the ground right under your feet and swallowing you up. Love the Star. In this card, the star is a reflection in the water, the first glimpse of something brighter. seen from the depths. This is how I've always felt like the star card was when you're in your darkest moments sometime. When you're in your darkest moments and you're just looking for that light and you see that star. I love this. I think it's gorgeous. The moon here. I don't know if you can see the dog. There's a reflection in the water here of the domesticated dog and then the kind of wild dog. And here we have the sun, which I think is just beautiful. I love the snail. The card that got me to buy this deck has a snail in it, and I'll show you when we get to it. But I love snails. Love this judgment card, where they're just kind of walking through the water and looking up. Yeah, judgment depicts a line of people emerging from the sea, facing the world with open palms, ready to accept the verdict. In the world. Okay, and then we have an Ace of Pentacles. So this is just almost like finding a coin, or if you find a 4-leaf clover, you want to keep searching. I love this. And the 2 of Pentacles. So the spider has got this one pentacle up here, and while he was messing with this one, he's kind of lost balance of this one, so he's trying to rein it in. The 3 of Pentacles. I love this. These are weaver birds, and they're working together to create an impressive hanging nest. I think these nests are beautiful. I love to see them. Piece by piece, to protect the next big collaboration, the eggs that rest inside it. The 4 of Pentacles. So we have the fox. It looks to me like he's sleeping with one eye open, guarding his little treasures, little trinkets. Love this 5 of Pentacles. Walking in the snow up the hill. And I absolutely love the 6 of Pentacles, because with the 6 of Pentacles, it looks like the raccoons, they have everything they need, but the circle is open. So it's almost like they're inviting you in to join. They're being generous. They're like, come on in. We've got plenty. The 7, which is this little worker bee. He can only carry one little pentacle at a time. So he's going after that. Love that. The 8, we have the woodpecker here. And we know a woodpecker just continuously is pecking holes into trees. So I think this is a great depiction of the 8 of Pentacles. In the 9 of Pentacles, this is usually the card that I aspire to be. And I love that in this 8 of Pentacles, that she's not facing us. She's turned around. She has the falcon sitting on her wrist there. She has on these horns, which is really cool, with the pentacles hanging from them. But I love that she's turned around. It's not like she's showing off. It's just like she is living her best life with no need to try to be seen or try to show off what she has. And the 10 of Pentacles is just adorable. And here we have the page. I love that it's almost like a frisbee pentacle. That's definitely Page of Pentacle energy to me. This is the card that made me want to really get this deck. I love this Knight of Pentacles on a snail, because the Knight of Pentacles he's not like the other knights. The Knight of Pentacles, they are very slow and meticulous, and they think things through, and even looking back to make sure everything's okay. I just love the energy of this Knight of Pentacles. Love this queen with her turtle shell. I'm not sure if she's a turtle or she's wearing the shell, but wait till you see the king. I think the king is a turtle. So I don't know. I love this. I do. I think this is great. As a living nature. Here we have the Ace of Cups, and she literally has the pond in her lap. I think that's a lotus flower there. And the little froggy on her shoulder. You know, I love little frogs. The Two of Cups. Little fairies, I think. Toasting on these beautiful flowers. Her artwork is over 6 years, and you can tell. I think the artwork is amazing. I just really like it. And I love this Three of Cups. And when I first saw this one, the way that I would read it, sometimes I think another way to read it is supporting each other in the dark times, because this looks to me like kind of a darker card. I believe the book says that it is a coven where they're, you know, supporting each other. But yeah, to me, this is like supporting each other in the hard times, in the dark times, and being there for each other. So I really dig this Three of Cups. I mean, and the Four of Cups is this little, what is this thing? A mole? Yeah. He's digging through the ground in search of what eludes them. A beautiful flower right in front of the mole, but unfortunately they have very poor eyesight. Fortunately, though, however, the mole has an excellent nose, the tool to solve the problem. So I love the way the guidebook reads, and I love that. I really like this Five of Cups. It looks like she is so sad. I love the antlers on her head. It looks like she's so sad that when she sit down in the field of flowers, they kind of all bowed down in sadness with her. They're sad for her and with her. They're grieving with her. And the Six of Cups is just fantastic. It is so pretty. The Seven of Cups, different objects in the flowers. The Eight of Cups. So we have deer. They've been triggered by something, a fire, a hunter, but they know that they, even though that's the place where they live, they know that they need to get away, or it's a place where they, like our material stuff is to us, this is a place where they graze and they live. They're no longer being served there. Something has startled them. And this weasel is just fantastic. This stunning artwork. He's just hopping through the flowers, just having a good old time. The Ten of Cups. That reminds me of the Beetlejuice family. And the Page of Cups. The anglerfish, I believe. The anglerfish is swimming through the air, following the romantic glow of her own light wherever it may take her. Perhaps the soft glow will draw companionship. So this is a very magical deck. Love this Knight of Cups. Look, so comfortable with, I'm not sure what he's riding on, a goat around. He's just falling asleep. The Dreamer, very comfortable. Let's see. Knight in this card gently lays a loving head on her mountain goat steed in a gesture of love and deep trust. Armed with only a large flower, the Knight of Cups doesn't even bother to look at the rocky path ahead, faithful that all will be well. That's trust and caring and love. Love this Queen of Cups. The art in this is so stunning. And the King, and he has a flower over his head. That's what it says. The King sits in a meadow, relaxed and even. The flower curtain allows the King to sit in introspection while shielding from the chaos of the outside world. This fosters a powerful emotional understanding symbolized by the glowing moon in the sky. So I really like that too. And we come into the sword suit. So we have the Ace of Swords here, which, again, the artwork's great. The Two of Swords, coming to an impasse. And the Three of Swords. And I really like this because this is sometimes when you have a heartache, it can physically take you down as well. So not only are they heartbroken, but they have damage to their wings. Like there's a lot going on here. I think it can affect your physical health, your emotional health, your mental health. It's just all of it together. It just all works together when it's a painful situation. And I also am so intrigued with this Four of Swords. I feel like this person has been through so many battles and they are so tired and they're literally just drugged themselves until they was just so exhausted that they just kind of fell asleep where they were at, like still in the middle of going. So I really, really like this card. And in this Five of Swords here, the Crow in this card has chased off all the competitors from what turned out to be just bones from long ago picked clean. So it's just like the Five of Swords, like it was all for nothing. And it went through all of that and nobody wins. It's a no-win situation. And here we have the Six of Swords. And I love the fact that they have went through this, because I feel like with the Six of Swords, it's almost an escape. And it's never easy. So I feel like they had to go through this almost like this really hard thorn bush to try to squeeze through with these big thorns sticking out to get out, to get away from whatever it is that you need to leave from, that you need to step away from. It's never easy leaving a relationship, a job, or a community or something that you just don't feel like you need to be there anymore. Whether it's just a lot of negative energy or whether it's just feeling safe. And I love this Seven of Swords. This little fairy person is, oh, it's a mermaid. See the tail? This little mermaid person, she's swimming down in the depths. She's trying to hide. She's stolen the swords. And this Eight of Swords, which is also a great depiction energy for the Eight of Swords. The Nine. And with this Nine of Swords, it's almost like, I want to see what it says about that. The deer in this card is haunted by the specter of the swords hanging above her. While she could move away, the possibility of a rope snapping is so consuming that it keeps her rooted in place. It's almost like she's like deer in the headlights, like she's frozen there and can't move. Just waiting for one of the ropes to snap. The Ten of Swords. And I love this Ten of Swords. They're still alive and they still have their hand up over their head, like they're just really doing some deep thinking. Let me take a peek and see what it says. The symbolism of this image is fairly self-explanatory, but the figure is still curled up against the pain, still alive. The bad thing happened, but you lived through it. Keep going. Great message. I think this is perfect for the Page of Swords energy here. Love this. Knight of Swords. Fantastic. He's got his head down, so he's just like the Knight of Swords. He's heading toward it. And we have the Queen of Swords here. She has a wing dipped in the water, and she has blood dripping from her beak, which is Queen of Swords energy too. Let's see what it says. Now keep in mind, there is an entire page of this digital guidebook. I'm just reading the last little paragraph. The queen soars forward quickly, her sharp, blooded beak cutting through the air and her wing cutting through the water. She is absolutely confident, perceptive, and no nonsense, which is definitely Queen of Swords energy. And with the King of Swords fixes his gaze on the viewer, his 3 eyes seeing with impartiality and reason. The sharpness of his beak, like the Queen's, draws blood. Okay. Ace of Wands, carrying the little fire stick. I love this. The Two of Wands. Now, you can't tell me that these two aren't planning something. They're definitely planning something, and I love the energy of this card. I don't think I've seen the Two of Wands like this. The Three of Wands. I love this too. They're together, and they are keeping that fire going. They're tending that fire. The Four of Wands, beautiful. We have a little archway there. We have the Four of Wands. We have the deer. Beautiful. The colors are beautiful. The Five of Wands. Look at these rats or mice with their tails all twisted together and on fire. Now that is some chaos. The Six of Wands. Look at those does. They are almost giddy over this stag. I love that. That's fantastic. And I love this Seven of Wands. Look, the forest is on fire, and she's putting the fire out with a pitcher of water. Or she's trying to. Have we all not been in that predicament at some point? Eight of Wands. The Nine of Wands. I kind of want to see what that says. The creature in this card is on a long trek and has found himself weary. Still, he walks out through the exhaustion, determined to reach what is ahead. That looks like me on a really long hiking trip. This artwork. Oh man, this Ten of Wands. The burden. The burden. Like, she is literally, the candles have melted. She has wax dripping down all of her. She's been there for a while. And I love this image. And she's tired. Page. Love this page. The Knight. I love this Knight. And this Knight would have to be careful on this flying fish because the fire will be put out if they hit the water. So that is adrenaline junkie, Knight of Wands energy. Queen of Wands. Love the cat there. The fire is her element. Just beautiful. And this is our king ruling the kingdom. Feeling this little bad boy. All right. Let's see. Okay, so we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is a leader who knows how to turn ideas into actions. Where the Queen is self-possessed and guides through her strength and charisma, the King takes a more socially direct role, guiding others through communication and implementing ideas. As a leader, the King needs to be able to see things from a broad perspective. This card indicates it is a good time to create something, maybe through stepping into a leadership role. This may mean connecting with others and forming a group that can help you turn your goals into accomplishments or implementing concrete steps towards making your ideas a reality. The King sits in front of a roaring fire representing passion and ideas. The King is set at a point from which it is possible to survey and direct the ongoings of the entire kingdom. All right, and that is what I have. We could do a spread. Let's do this. Let's do the Changeling World spread. We had number 1 jump out. So we're going to lay it right there. All right. I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And I'm probably just going to read this intuitively unless I feel like I need to look at the book or I want to get more perspective. 4 will be up here. And I'll put 5 down here. Okay. The first one, myself, which would be me or you, before making a change. So before making a change, you've got to decide to step through the portal and go on the journey. It's going to be a risk. You're going to be a little bit scared, but you have to make that choice. If you want to make a change, you have to take the risk and step through the portal into this new magical world. Number 2, why I need to make a change. Let's see why we need to make a change. The 8 of Pentacles. So I would say with this, maybe we are tired of being we're tired of doing the same thing over and over and over again. Maybe we're tired of being the apprentice. Maybe we want to move up. Not necessarily in career or finance, but just in life in general. It could be with anything in life. Anything that you're thinking about right now, that's what it could be. So the next one is, how will I change? Okay, you'll change by making connections. And this could be in any type of relationship, family, romantic, partnership, something at work, in the community, a project that you're working on, making connections, making a commitment to something. I feel like there's something that you need to make a commitment to. So you will change by making connections and a commitment. Number 4, what changes around me? So what will change around you if you take this action and this energy of the Fool? Things will start moving pretty quickly. That little fire that you first said when you take off in the magical world, making those connections, it's going to take off. Your idea is going to take off. Your relationship's going to take off. Your project's going to take off. It's something that you're very passionate about, and it looks like it's going to go. Looks like it is going to take right off. And the last one is myself after the change. So the Hierophant. So yourself after the change, you're holding the keys. You're holding the keys of knowledge. So you're going to learn a lot of lessons. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. And I feel like that you'll probably be able to teach other people. Other people's going to see what you did, how you did it. You may be training other people. You may leave your apprenticeship. You may be the one doing the teaching, doing the training. And the Hierophant's also about tradition. So this could be your traditions may change after this. You may set new traditions. You may start a new trend, new traditions. But the key is there. You know you have the key. That will change. You'll have the confidence that you can go. So that is just a little short reading on what I wanted to do, a spread that she had in the cards. It's called the Changeling World Variations, and I loved it. I'm probably going to save that spread and use it quite often. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think about this deck. Let me know if you decide to get it. I'm excited about it, and I'm really glad that I got it. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to ask. And anyway, peace out. Love you guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe and like button if you enjoy my content. So love you guys.